Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another fireside chat.
Sure.
I have a candle going in the background, so I guess maybe it's like a fireside chat. Anyway, we're here. I'm back with my brother. Say hi.
Hello, everybody.
I still can't get his picture to show up on screen for some reason.
Oh.
Which is amazing to me, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's fine. But we're here to talk about more of Cang Toys. I know the last video we did together, we talked about their Predaking.
And now we're going to talk about the other half of Predaking.
Yeah, the other half of Predaking. The other 12 members that they're adding to build his fingers and some of his toes, his butt cheeks, and actually no. So while they were at the show where they showed off the the prototype version of the complete Predaking character, they also showed off sketches of their next project, which is Volcanicus.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Volcanicus?
I've heard talks of him. I know he's the Dinobot combiner.
Correct, yeah.
But I've seen a sketch from a comic where that happened, I think.
Okay. I think it's fairly recent. Like, the Dinobots never combined back in the day.
Yeah.
Not that I don't really care about that. I'm not a big fan of the idea of the Dinobots combining. But you know, that's just me.
I don't need it, but I'm not against it.
Yeah. But that's just my headcanon, so I don't really care. You know, I don't care as long as you produce good figures, whatever. I don't have to combine them if I don't want to. So there. Anyway, they did show off some sketches, which I'm going to share with you now, and just kind of get your take on it. I mean, I know you're a Transformers fan.
Yep.
You enjoy the Formers as they are called.
Yep.
So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen with you. Can you see that all right?
It went black. There's not an image yet. Oh, wait, yeah.
You can see it now?
Cang Toys Volcanicus, yep.
Yep, all right. Cool beans. So I believe the first character is Swoop. Now, you have seen Cang Toys Predaking characters. You've seen the Predacons.
Yes.
Just give me your first impression, what you think you're going to see just now.
Something big and cool.
Okay. All right, and nothing specific about designs?
They tend to try and keep it to the original design, it seems.
Okay.
Although I think this one has a couple extra guys as well.
It does have one extra member.
A raptor? Is that right?
I don't know. It might be a raptor, it might be a Spinosaurus. It looks more like a Spinosaurus.
Oh, okay.
Like Scorn that was added for the movies.
Yeah.
So, alright, well, let's start with Swoop, which I believe is the first image that we'll take a look at here. And, there we go.
Okay.
There we have Swoop in his dinosaur form. And for those of you watching, all of these images, despite the watermark, all of these images were taken from TFW 2005. I don't know where the original watermark came from, so I can't give credit to whoever originally posted these. I believe it might even be Cang Toys' Weibo page, but I'm not 100% on that, so I do apologize. But yeah.
Oh, the watermark's right there, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, first impressions of Swoop.
Not as close to the original as I thought. They seem to go more jagged direction.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool looking. I'll say that, which is what I figured.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat having the more jagged wings and such. I don't know about the serrated beak, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Looking a little like the bird from Petra King.
He does look like that, and at first glance, you'd think that maybe they even have the same transformation. But once we get to the robot mode, we'll see if that stays the same.
Oh.
And there's the...
Whoa, okay.
There is a robot mode. So it does kind of look like it probably has a very similar transformation to the... to their Predaking. But, first impressions here.
Wow. He's kind of got a Seeker vibe going on, which is interesting.
He does look a little bit like Armada Starscream, doesn't he?
A little bit. They definitely have like the beak where the cockpit would be, and he's got some big ass guns. I cannot fully figure this one out. I mean, it's just drawings, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
But are those sword gun things, whatever they're supposed to be on his back, were those the silhouetted things we didn't really get to see in the other picture?
I believe so, yeah. And the big guns on his sides almost look like maybe they somehow form out of the wings?
That's what I was guessing, but I don't know
yeah,
how.
It's hard to say. Like, it may even be like the little
part in the back there.
Cape thing in the back. I don't know. But we'll,
he looks pretty neat, though.
Yeah.
Very anime.
And then we'll move on.
Okay.
There we have no, I did try and maneuver these so that they would go in some order, but it's alright, whatever.
Not so much.
It's just not working out in my favor today, or, ever.
Okay. He's looking pretty cool. This is, Slag?
Mm-hmm.
I know that with some of the Dinobot names, they change them up a lot, so it's hard to remember who's what.
Yeah, I think Slug is the official name now.
Okay. Yeah, again, very anime, but very cool. I love his horns.
Mm-hmm.
Those look pretty deadly. Is he the one of the feet?
I have no idea.
Okay.
You got me, sir.
And this one, we don't have any prototypes. It's all just concept art, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do some quick editing here. If it'll let me. Everybody hold with me and just look at the dinosaur.
Alright, well, it's got cool shoulder pads. It's gonna have no peripheral vision, but it's kind of how it's always been. Got a little bit of back package, but man, doesn't look too much. Again, only seeing this form so far, I can't even guess too much on transformation, although it does look like still arms become legs, legs become back legs.
Yeah. All right. So, got that. Let's see if we can't get this back up and running here.
Yeah.
Can you see it again or no?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. I love that. This is constantly the battle. You see that now?
Yeah, it just came back up.
Okay. All right. So we'll go to his dino form there.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
I do like the fact that it looks like his arms just fold up to become, or I can't quite tell. It looks, no, maybe not, but like his head crest looks like it's made up of part of his arms or shoulder pads or something.
I'm guessing more shoulder pads, but yeah, it is a bit hard to tell. Yeah, his arms still kind of look like they come from the front legs because you have the back claws there.
They definitely do.
The claws on the back of the wrist.
So maybe it's just all this like cape stuff he's got going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you could definitely have done that though. That would have been a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He's got a lot going on with these Dinobots.
Well, yeah,
for sure.
They look deceptively simple, but I'm sure very complicated, and still kind of look complicated at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And again, very Zoid-esque in their design.
Yeah, I would say much less so than, like, these to me seem very more like Gundam-esque.
Yeah.
Or,
I mean, especially the robot design there.
Yeah.
But I guess it's more just like the beast mode, if we're still calling it that, but having like the big guns on the hips and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Definitely less heavy looking than Dinobots traditionally are.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I will probably pick these up. I don't know if I'll use them as my Dinobots, though, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I may just have them as a unrelated team of Dinobot monster or dinosaur robots.
Well, yeah, because they got their combiners. They're kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
But he's neat.
He is. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, this would be the 6th member.
Okay.
Looks to be a Spinosaurus. I have no idea how big he'll be. I assume he'll be the same size as the others, but I don't really know. He does appear to have a pretty basic transformation just by just by looking at the 2 different modes.
Mm-hmm.
So going to his robot mode, he's definitely a chonky boy.
Oh yeah.
But you can see obviously the spine just turns into his arms.
Yeah.
And then his legs just form the legs, just like very basic.
Interesting.
Of course, these are just sketches. Everything could change between now and the time they come out. Because obviously the Thunder King figures changed quite a bit from like their initial designs to what's released. But yeah, very interesting. Taking what starts as like kind of a streamlined looking dinosaur and becoming just like a big Chef Boyardee robot.
Yeah, I like that he's a bit more beefy. I kind of wish the others were, or well, Slug or whatever in particular.
Yeah.
Because Swoop, it's okay to be a little more streamlined and thin, but I do like the, chunky nature more of the other guys.
Yeah, this is why like I do like the designs, but I don't know if I like the personality of the designs as far as it relates to Transformers Dinobots.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to people.
Well, again, this is more the new breed of Dinobots, so.
Well, yeah, and that's totally fine. Just
yeah.
Yeah. So moving around, and I don't know I don't know if his name is Scorn. I don't know if this is like the new character they came up with, or what if he's based on anything, what he's
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. He may be so thick like this because he probably, like the gorilla, forms the legs.
Yep.
Like the upper,
that would make sense.
legs,
yeah.
which is why these are so
Big.
huge and thick.
Yeah.
And then maybe the arms like turn into hip skirts or like a chest shield, or I don't know, but yeah.
I'm guessing by your questioning, we're not actually going to see a concept for the combined form either.
We are not.
Okay. It's unfortunate.
It was like, I mean, when did I say that the Predaking thing started? Was that 2018?
I think so.
Yeah. It wasn't until just like a month or two ago that we actually saw the combined mode
Yeah.
of that. So it's like they're keeping it close to their chest. This is just very basic initial designs, and who knows, they may even be like just figuring it out as they go along. So
yeah.
Who knows what?
Yeah, we're obviously in the very early stages of all this, so.
Yeah, who knows what we'll actually end up with.
Ooh,
very angry looking Stegosaurus.
Yeah. I mean, with all of them, they've, again, have that, like, more jagged, angry looking style.
Yeah.
Again, it's not the Dinobots I've come to know and love, but it's cool.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong, and I want to explain to our audience, there's nothing wrong with new things.
Yeah.
And there's also nothing wrong with old things. You like whatever you want to like. It's okay. Everybody relax. Put down your hammers. Yeah, so then we get into the robot mode of this guy, and it's very much the same situation where...
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty basic transformation, although this one is a little bit more involved because it seems like the dinosaur back legs go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not sure where that necessarily is, but obviously the tail just... I can't even... So, if these are going to be as big as or bigger than the Predaking members...
Mm-hmm.
They're going to take up so much space.
Oh, yeah.
Just like tails and extra limbs and horns just like spread out all over the place.
And while that's a cool idea for the design, I know it's real tough to do a decent tail that splits in half.
Yeah, that's going to be the other thing. So it may just be that it only goes up and down. It can't go side to side, or,
Yeah.
It'll have very limited range.
It looks that way.
But yeah, there is the fact that you have to figure out how to do it without having the backside of it just look awful and unfinished and hollow.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see where that ends up.
I like his coloring scheme and everything too. I mean, well, they're all got the same basic thing, but
they do. This one is certainly an outlier.
Yeah, he's a lot darker.
Mostly like dark gray and light gray. And these guys are very red, so maybe these guys are the two arms.
That is kind of where I'm leaning now, yeah.
Yeah, could be. And then this guy,
Whoa, okay. Yeah, that's very different.
Now that's a Zoid right there.
I mean, that is a Zoid.
That is just straight up a Zoid.
Wow.
Is that like a Dino Riders like offshoot or something?
Yeah.
Now,
He could go either way.
question for you.
Yeah.
How would you transform this guy?
Well, it looks like his back legs are going to become his legs again.
Mm.
It kind of looks like the front legs will become his arms, but that I can't imagine how, because where would you put that tail and that neck? Oof. That is a tough one. Yeah, I would probably try and do something more with like the tail and the neck becoming the arms, but I don't know how you quite accomplish that without him looking like Stretch Armstrong.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the guns just come off the back and become guns, or possibly feet or whatever they're doing in the combined form.
Are you ready to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Bam.
Okay. Oh, so they did both. All right.
He's just got a dead Brachiosaurus strapped across his shoulders.
All right. That's a neat idea.
It's cool because it's like extra reach and grabbiness and stuff.
Yeah.
But
that's interesting.
It's again it's like very, very Gundam-esque, like
yeah,
like piloted mecha more than like sentient robots.
Yeah, and I'm sure with the actual figure you'll probably be able to do more with them to make them look less just dead, which would be cool. Because I could see like a shot of those kind of coming up over the shoulders more, like big shoulder cannon kind of situation.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of neat. Again, I'm not sure how the heck that's gonna work into the leg form or whatever he becomes.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it may even be that, like, Scorn or whatever turns into one of the legs. Because this guy has to become the upper something. I don't know. Like, I can't even begin to speculate at this point. Yeah.
I'm definitely still leaning more towards Scorn as, like, the pelvis midsection.
You would think because he's just a solid color.
Yeah.
Basically.
And he's just so thick.
Yeah.
Like that.
Alright. One left.
Oh yeah, here's the big boy.
Yeah, do you have any expectations going in?
I don't even know what to make at this point. I suspect he will be cool and I will appreciate him, but I am starting to question how much he's going to resemble any kind of Grimlock.
Okay. Let's take a look.
Oh, he is just a Zoid. He is
Berserk Fury.
Yep.
He is just straight up Berserk Fury.
Which, again, I like Berserk Fury, so it's not a bad thing.
I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. Again, it's very, very stylized. And I'm not sure how this one will transform past the sketch phase. Because knowing what I know about the robot mode, there are some things that I just don't think work. But
but
again, I'm not a
bold choice.
The sword tail is a bold choice. How would you think that this would transform then?
Well, they like to usually keep some semblance of the original design, so I'm gonna say his feet somehow become hands.
Okay.
That's maybe even his hands kind of as the back toe or whatever, the back end of the foot.
Okay.
The arms, I'm guessing, just fold up and become part of the chest, or somewhere get packed away. I don't know how you would get feet out of those or out of that tail while still having any kind of movement. So maybe the head becomes the feet or something.
Okay.
Or maybe those big cannon things on his back. Or actually even no, you know what? Maybe looks like maybe the back there is his back along the spine might become his legs.
Okay.
And maybe the head just goes into the chest.
All right.
Or on his back. To fill in where the legs came out.
Okay. Let's see how close you were.
Oh, not even at all. Well, those, yeah, the legs are just the legs again.
It just has a tail. He just still has a tail.
Yeah, he sure does.
He's like he's a Gundam wearing half of a dinosaur costume.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's the thing that caught me the most. You can see my cursor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Arms here.
Mm-hmm.
They look way too small in this image.
Yeah.
To become the arms here.
Yeah. Go back to the other one for a minute. Yeah. That is interesting. I'm guessing that the where the dinosaur's shoulder is only about the bicep on the robot form. And that's probably why you're hiding it with that the head and.
I mean, you can kind of see the black part here where the head goes over to cover, and the gray part underneath.
Yeah.
But it just seems to get much bigger in relation to the dinosaur head itself.
Yes, that is true.
I don't dislike this design. It's just very, very different, for sure.
Yeah, that is... again, it's not the Grimlock that I'm familiar with, but it's not a character I'm against seeing, whatever.
I can't even imagine how big this figure is going to be.
Yeah.
Just considering all the stuff on it.
Yeah. And I'm a little surprised it doesn't really go anywhere. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, it's got to be a triple changer, I guess. So
yeah,
there's that factor. Obviously, it has this big sword here. It looks like it can come off. Oh yeah, this is one on his tail.
Well, yeah, because that's in his tail. Yeah,
splits. Okay.
That's why you get that empty gun hole, whatever, for his tail.
Yeah. I do like that they even have the Zoid caps.
Yeah,
in the tail. That's pretty funny. But
yeah, honestly, did someone just trace a Zoid and then figure it out?
I think they took a picture of Berserk Fury and just like drew a dinosaur over it, like drew a T-Rex over top of it. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I will probably pick these up if I can afford to do so.
Yeah.
And I may just keep them in dinosaur mode. I don't know.
I can see that.
Or just like transform them on occasion to just mess around with them, but yeah. This is also very preliminary, obviously. So who knows? Once I see the designs, I'll be like, yes, that is how I've always envisioned the Dinobots to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I am very curious to see how they actually try and make that work.
Yeah.
Or what they're doing. Because I know, yeah, as you said, it's got to be a triple changer. It's somehow going to become, I imagine, the torso and the head. But it is weird to see, unlike the others, where there's so little in the transformation. Because it does just appear to be stand him up and somehow turn his torso to the side.
Yeah. And I assume that's probably because he's got the
head
combiner head in there. Yeah. But, I mean, we'll see. Does that mean when he's combined, he's going to have a tail, too?
Oh, he might have a rat tail.
He might have a rat tail, you're right. You are right.
Maybe he's a Padawan.
Yeah, so pretty interesting designs. I like them quite a bit, but I like them whereas I plan to have their Thunder King as my masterpiece Predaking.
Yeah.
This to me is like a standalone novelty kind of a.
Yeah.
Put it on display somewhere as a cool. Look at these weird Gundam Samurai Dinobots.
Yeah, that's because I was thinking if I were able to, get all these and whatever, it'd be nice to have the masterpiece Dinobots, and then behind them have these guys, or possibly their combined form.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine the amount of space that would be needed for that. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah, just we're not gonna have a couch. We're just gonna have a shelf for them. Yeah, so it's a neat idea. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow, they're just yeah, he is so a Zoid.
Yeah. This one I think is the funniest to me. It's just
yeah.
What do we do with the head and the tail?
Just drape it over his shoulders.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions.
Yeah, see, that's and again, trying to give them the benefit of the doubt because it's early sketches and it's got to be a combiner and whatever. But yeah, I would have tried to do more with all that, turn it into some kind of weapon or,
Yeah.
at least stage it better on his shoulder. Well, because I guess the shoulders need to be free for whatever that gun is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. They're cool though.
Yeah.
Somebody's definitely put a lot of time and energy into thinking this up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this was done, there's a lot of passion that went into this. This is somebody's, fantasy project.
Yeah.
This is what the Dinobots should be. And while I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment, I still appreciate what they are. For what they are.
Yeah, kind of like you said, they wouldn't replace my masterpiece guys on the shelf, but
yeah,
I wouldn't mind having them.
So yeah, it's got to be these have to be the two arms, just because of how skinny they are.
Yeah.
In robot mode. Both and yeah, this has to be either the torso or the chest plate or something like that.
Yeah.
Then
I was definitely thinking more the torso because if you look at his legs, they look very much that's where I first would think that will become the legs that attach the lower legs. Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, if you look at this guy, if you put these down, they could almost be similar size to these.
I kind of think that's what they're going for.
I don't know how they'll tuck away in the combined mode. I hope that they do. But yeah.
I'm almost thinking that's more going to become like the front of the shins. Like you're going to have two tail spine plated things, and then the other side's going to have the head and the tail going up.
It could be. Could be. I hope it's done well. I mean, if these are both the legs, then this guy must be like, yeah. This dude must be bigger than he looks, you know.
Yeah.
So that'll be very interesting to see. And then of course, Grimlock.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to read any more into him because there's just so much untouched.
Yeah.
That could or could not be moved. I don't know.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see where this goes. Can't wait to see prototypes.
Yeah.
But, you know, finish Predaking first.
Well, yes, that's... I mean, they have all the prototypes done for him at least now, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, it's just a matter of getting into production and so on.
I believe they're all due out, like, next year. Like
yeah.
All the rest. I think the Lion is coming out in February. And then, like, May for the Rhino. And I don't know where they're fitting the monkey into that, but... Hopefully not long after or even before. But yeah. So, thank you everybody for watching our little chat about Cang Toys Volcanicus, unnamed project so far. We appreciate you stopping in. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like to leave, what do you think of this version of Volcanicus, or this version of the Dinobots? What would you do differently? Just leave it in the comments below. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me, Tony.
Oh, happy to do it.
And thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, everybody.